What's up, guys? ONLYUSEmeBLADE, and this is your Sunday Chill commentary. A little Black Ops action. It serves the backdrop. Do you want all the answers? I don't think anybody really wants all the answers, because then it would be boring. Does that kind of make sense? It's almost like there's lots of movies like I'm gonna turn your speakers down for a little bit. If you haven't seen The Green Mile, when it's a great movie. When you watch it, and when you really kind of see what the whole point of it is, there's this moment where you realize that Tom Hanks's character is like 150 years old, and I might be a little off on that number or whatever, but like he's really old, and he's living in this life, and because of the thing with John Coffey, that he's going to basically live forever. And that's like the curse that was dealt through meeting that person or whatever, was that now he's in this thing where he lives forever. And if you think about that, that's initially that's naturally what you would want. But also a lot of people have kind of said, it's like, you don't really want to live forever. Like, I think all good stories have endings, and it becomes things that get passed along, and stories and ideas and thoughts outlive us as humans, you know? But think about that. Like, you're trying to, a lot of times our brain, or just our perception of stuff, we like to think about grand scale, huge things, you know what I mean? Like, how many Skittles would fill up the Grand Canyon? Just stupid stuff like that, right? And you think about that, like, whoa, that's crazy. And in the whole scheme of things, it's really not, because I watched this thing on YouTube where they talked about how small we really are. Like, it talked about how if you look at Earth, you can fit, I know I'm going to mess these numbers up, I apologize, but like, you could fit like 1 million Earths in the sun. And then they kind of scoped back up, and they're like, the sun is just kind of minuscule compared to the universe, and there's so many universes, and when you kind of break it down, just the sun, like if you look at the size of the sun, you think that's massive, right? Kind of blows your mind. And then when you really break it down and kind of go far out, as far all the other universes, the sun is tiny. The sun is like a grain of salt, or they use a sand. They use the sand reference where it's like, just a little bit of sand. What is it? Is it a grain of sand? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's like the sun is just a grain of sand, and in the whole scheme of things, it's like a huge beach. Like, and so it really kind of puts in perspective that we as humans, or we as people like of this earth, we get so miscombobulated and so focused on like these little things when there's so much kind of more out there. And do we want to actually know the answer? It's funny because like a lot of things that we hope for, like a lot of times like the whole 3 wishes thing or whatever, every movie that has to deal with someone with wishes, every time they get that, they always have this point where that wish kind of backfires on them. And I just kind of think that it's just kind of in our nature. Like, we say that we want, people talk about the pursuit of life or whatever, and they say that we want certain answers to certain things, but in all honesty, I don't think we really do. I think we say we do, but like, if you actually do get that, then it's kind of like, I've talked about this before, like, now what? Okay, we figure that out. And so during our little time on Earth, it's best to try to learn as many answers and get as many perspectives on it to form your own, knowing that you're not going to answer every single question. It'd be nice to answer every single question, but I think like if we get to that point, we might be kind of going, okay, now what? Now what more do we conquer? Like, people talk about like Scarface, he's talking like, the world is mine. It's just like, well, if you were to get the world, the other planets would kind of look at you and be like, oh, that's it? That's all you got there, buddy? We got all this, So it's just kind of a crazy, just kind of things to kind of think about, just kind of put in perspective, because, I myself fall under the problem where I live too much in this world, and a lot of times people kind of look at me and they talk to me and they're like, dude, you're bored. And, everyone always has this thing where they don't want to be bored. but also at the same time, it's because I feel that I'm in this weird point on my journey where I'm too lazy to like go and see all the awesome things in the world, or I don't prioritize it. Like going to, I haven't even traveled outside the country. It'd be cool to kind of like travel and kind of have your brain go, whoa, that's really, that's a surreal experience. You know what I mean? It's the same kind of thing with alcohol. Like alcohol is a poison, right? And people would be like, dude, alcohol is a poison, and it literally makes you feel differently. It's just like, why is there that need to want to feel different than just living in the current moment? Because in the whole grand scheme of things, the Earth's a fucking amazing place. It's an awesome place, but who knows? Only Using Blade, Sunday Show Commentary. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, peace and butt grease.